still. And I'm telling you, like, if, you know, they filleted me open twice because of
Wow.
it. Like the doctor said, he goes, I'll show you pictures when we're done. I
Mhm.
was so huge. Like I was bench pressing about 450 pounds, 400, you know, whatever it was. And
Wow.
he goes, it took us so long to saw your stomach open.
Uh-huh.
That was the whole, because I was in surgery for about 8, 9 hours. He's like, dude, you had so much muscle surrounding your stomach that we had to
Uh-huh.
just, it was crazy opening you up. I have a scar from all the way down there.
And what did they have to take out?
My stomach became septic, so it exploded.
Oh,
Hmm.
because it's too acidic?
It just what happens with diverticulitis is your bowels flow a certain way, you know,
Mhm.
and what happens is it creates blockage. So when it's blocked, it has no choice but to try to find how to get out.
Yeah.
So it pierces through your intestines, and what happens
Oh.
is along with that, you get fecal material, you know, blah blah blah. So I got
Mhm.
septic from that, and I the day that it happened, I was lifting weights and I felt good. I was taking pictures, all pumped up, selfies, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I go, damn, you look big, you know. And my girl at the time was like, yo, you're turning green. And I goes, yeah, I'm the Hulk. What do you expect?
The
And
Hulk.
yeah, and when she said that, it like literally made me just like kind of like I sat on the couch. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I don't feel good. And she goes, dude, you look like you're like turning green, yellow. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I'm not the Hulk anymore. And she goes, dude, like look at you, you're sweating. You know, it was beyond the
Mhm.
workout.
Yeah.
And I started getting dizzy, and she goes, I'm going to call the hospital. And I go, no, don't do that. I'll just take a pill, because that was my answer to everything. I
Yeah.
go, I'll deal with it in the morning. And she goes, no, I'm going to call the nurse. And then she called Kaiser and said, and I had just so happened to get Kaiser. I never had insurance part of that. And
We'll talk
the
about
nurse
that.
says, based on what you're telling me,
Uh-huh.
don't let him take that. I was going to just take an Ambien and go to sleep.
Mhm.
And she goes, he won't wake up. And she dragged my ass, and I was 275, 280 pounds. And she dragged me into the car and took me there. And, you know, they thought I had COVID. So they gave me a test, and they said negative so they could see me. And the minute that I got into that room, I blacked out and don't remember anything from there.
Yeah.
I woke up
Wow.
on a ventilator.
Well, God bless her soul, man.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
she saved your life.
She did, you know, and ever since then, I've been able to maintain like a 230, 235 pounds, you know.
Mhm.
But what happened was I get real anxious, man. I wanted to get back doing jujitsu because that's my
Mhm.
passion. And I started too fast, and I had like 9 hernias.
Wow.
So I had to go reopen, and they couldn't do it laparoscopically. They had to do it,
Yeah.
When was this, Bobby?
3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Not
They had to
long
do
ago.
it incisional. They had to reopen my, and he goes, you sure you want to do this? I was like, dude, everybody thinks I have guns. I have guns, but I don't have them right now. Because my
Yeah.
jeweler would really like turn me off. My jeweler goes, hey, Bob, you're not going to rob me, are you? I go, why? He goes, your gun's sticking out. I go, that's my hernia, dude. And I was like,
Wow.
that's it. I'm done. You know, I go, I'm going to get caught, you know, not even having a gun. And it was crazy, man. So I waited a whole year and a half to start working out again. I did it right.
Uh-huh.
So, hey,
I feel good.
what's your regiment, man? Because for those who don't know you and they follow you,
Mhm.
that's anxiety in itself.
Yeah.
Because you're in all these places all at once,
Mhm.
putting a concert together,
Yeah.
let alone managing a team and managing artists.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, the hardest part.
tell us about that.
The hardest part though was the realization that I couldn't keep doing what I was doing.
Mhm.
And I went through some major surgery where it was painful. You know, like I had to tell the doctor, who was, thank God, he was one of the best in California. He's also a judo guy.
Uh-huh.
So he knew, you know, why I was taking pills. He goes, look, I did your x-ray, your MRIs and all that. He goes, you have your spine's like that. He goes, you have what they call judo back. He goes, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in Japanese judo. He
Mhm.
goes, I'm assuming you do some kind of martial art. I go, yeah. And he goes, so it's justified why you're in pain, but you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I said, he goes, because he kept asking me, he goes, why do you think this is happening? And I was lying. I said, I don't know. You know, luck of the draw. He goes, nah. He goes, I had all my hands inside your guts. He goes, you want to try again?
Uh-huh.
I said, I've been taking opiates for a long time. He goes, there you go. That's what I wanted to hear.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I told him, I go, I've been shot, stabbed, broken bones, compound fractures, all that. And he goes, yeah, I figured that, you know. And I just told him after I did the hernias, I go, I don't want any painkillers. He goes, no, you have to take painkillers because it's, dude, like you're going through a major surgery again. I go, nope, figure it out. And he came with a plan to burn all my nerve endings. And I go, just give me Tylenol 5 and that's it. And he goes, okay, you're going to wake up screaming. And thank God when I got out of anesthesia, I didn't. It was uncomfortable, but it wasn't that. And I never did a painkiller again for almost 5 years. And I still won't. Like the thought of it gives me like what we say in Spanish, asco. which makes me like want to gag.
Yeah.
You know, so
You were really following the trajectory of Elvis, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was telling you, man, 42 years old, man, and it happened when I was 42.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I manifested because I was.
No,
he knows me. I'm obsessed with Elvis.
And you also had that song on your voicemail.
Yeah, over what 20 years, it's still there. You call me right now, you'll hear it. You know.
Did you check your testosterone levels and stuff?
Yeah, you know, again, it was super high back then because I was on a bunch of gear. You know,
Uh-huh.
now I do testosterone from a doctor because you have to at my age. You know, otherwise you start getting cancer and you start getting other things that can happen if your test is low. It's actually super bad for you. You know, that's when all the bad stuff starts happening. So now I'm under a doctor's control. Do very small amounts, probably 100 milligrams a week. And I feel great.
And what's your test level?
I don't know. Just it's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah, in order to keep getting, I have to go get checked every 2 months, I think. And she gives me my prescription, and she said your blood levels are cool. My blood pressure's fine. So yeah.
You know, Bobby, I would have
But I eat primarily Monday through Friday. I eat nothing but meat
with a little bit of candy in your bag.
of course.
Yes.
I always have the candy, but that's
Always
on
got
the
the
weekends.
candies.
Yeah, I always got the candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody knows Bobby, he walks in with a big bag of goodies.